Oh, in other news, I was up at 5:15 this morning.
Why?
In a failed attempt. Me and my luck at trying to see some astronomical phenomena never seems to work out. I attempted to view the comet.
Oh, we're not there yet.
No, we are. It passed perihelion, which means it is now at its closest approach, which means it is at its brightest it'll get until it goes around the sun. Peak brightness.
And you saw Jack all.
Yeah. However, I think, so I just kind of picked some random location out east. Because I was like, all right, it's going to be in the south. It's going to be basically east. Just due east. And so I drove all the way to like...
Sorry, it smells a lot like soup, and I'm almost curious if the soup isn't boiling over. Keep telling the story.
No.
No, the soup isn't boiling over. We're good.
Anyways.
Just getting very aromatic.
Well, I guess I don't know if you want to cut that out.
No.
I dropped the address.
It's our. Oh, okay. I have to do that. Oh, what? Who the fuck do people? Oh, whatever. Anyways, continue on.
That's where I went because I wanted to be outside of Lincoln. I didn't want light pollution.
Right.
All the light pollution to my back. So that's where I went.
So you just hopped on that street and drove
for about 8 miles.
till it ended?
No, it didn't. It turns into a graveled road.
Right.
But it keeps going. Actually, I did. So I found a spot that I thought was good based on Google Maps. However, I didn't look at the time of the year. It was a damn cornfield. So, my horizon was not very good. I stayed out there until I started seeing, some orange in the sky. And I was like, alright, I haven't seen it yet. I gotta move. So I drove down to the end of the...
Did you go to bed last night then?
I'll get to that. Anyways,
Oh.
I'll get to that. So I drove down to the end of the next section. And then just drove down that road. I found a few spots where I reached the top of the hills. Like, all right, I stayed out there for like about 2 to 5 minutes. I was like, damn, can't see it. All right, I'm gonna keep going to the next hill. And then couldn't see it. And I went all the way down till I got to the minimum maintenance road. And then went down another mile of the minimum maintenance road.
That's risky.
It was, because it turned into one lane. However, it was dirt. It was just compact dirt. So
well, yeah, there's no mud. It hasn't rained in a week.
Well, if it rained, I would have turned around there. But I drove down another mile of that. And then I got to the top of that hill, and I was like, damn.
Basically, almost to Iowa.
So I turned around, started heading back. However, this time I went down another section. Because...
No, keep talking. I'm just going to do something.
Based off of looking at the terrain, I was like, all right, the next section would actually be really good in terms of the hill layout. And it was. So, I found the best spot, I think, for the eastern sky.
No, keep going. I'm just distance measuring.
I found the best spot that I believe, eastern sky, without having to drive more than 20 minutes. Like a 20-minute drive is what it is. However, how far is that?
38 miles.
To the border?
Yeah. From the edge of town.
Yeah.
Or what was the edge of town. It's probably like here now.
Yeah,
but
so...
still.
148. This is a paved road. This is paved.
Right, yeah, I know.
It
goes to Palmyra.
To here. This graveled road. And this is about where originally, this is, see the photo, this is all cut. So I didn't know what was there. I was like, probably just corn. Whatever. Maybe I'll be able to see it. Nope.
Give it another wheat.
I found
The corn might not be there anymore.
I believe it's on Fletcher, because I went down, I guess 2 more sections actually, because when I was coming back, just wide open, you could see almost 180 degrees eastward. The terrain was, I found the perfect hill, and I marked it, and I was like, this is the perfect spot if I want to see something rising in the east. That's all it's good for. It's just the east. Your west, let's forget about that, right? You're just looking at the east.
When would we ever want to do that?
In the event that something's rising close to the sun in the morning. However, it doesn't matter anymore, because when the comet comes around the sun, now you'll see it in the western sky. So I'll probably just go to my parents.
Yeah.
Because, at the top of the hill, you have a pretty open western sky. However, it does depend on the angle. I don't know. There may be a better western.
Once it pops out the other side, I mean, we just gonna get out the old sea star and take some photos and call it good.
So I attempted to see it. Technically, based on its angle it's going around, it's favoring the southern hemisphere. So I don't think we're not really at a prime latitude to see it. The southern hemisphere is really better because there's photos of it now.
People were talking about going out to see it, though. It'll be high in the sky here in the northern hemisphere.
No, it will be.
Oh.
I'm just saying there's people already taking photos of it now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
It was I believe the 22nd of September is when it was first reported to be visible to the human eye.
Oh, so
22nd.
So this is No, I'm just looking at one in October. It's around here, right?
Yeah. So, I want to go back. So the 27th, actually Friday, is when it peaked at perihelion. It became the brightest it will be, and that'll last until Monday, and then that's when it starts going behind the sun, and so it will no longer be visible till I think they said Friday. Friday is when it'll start coming back around, and you'll see it just after sunset, because the sun will set. So and it'll be right at the horizon.
So next Saturday, we can go out to Claytonia and go take a look.
You'll need So the problem is you need to have a clear, low western horizon sky.
Oh, okay, not
And so I'm just like, the trees there are not good.
We'll find somewhere else.
Because you need to see down to the horizon. But it supposedly it'll keep lasting later and later. And I think they said sometime late October. I don't know. I don't forget how late.
Yeah, they did. They went over at the meeting. I don't remember what they said.
The problem is, so it's brightest when it's closest to the sun, obviously, and it starts to dim as it trails away.
Yeah.
So the 4th and 11th are like your best weekends to go, because the 4th is also the new moon, close to the new moon, which is another problem. The moon was out too. If the moon wasn't out and I went to the place that I was at, I probably would have seen it. Most definitely, because I had the whole eastern sky, and if the moon wasn't there, the glare would have been gone. Because it was clear. It was very Andromeda. I'm sorry, not Andromeda. Orion. It was very pretty.
Oh yeah, I see it on my morning walks. I didn't go on that many morning walks this week. It was a hellish week.
And Canis Major was right by it.
I was up till 2:30 watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer last night. So what time did you go to bed? And
I went to bed. So I got home at from hanging out with my friends at 12:30, and then
So did you know you were going to go see the Comet this morning?
Yeah, I decided on my drive home.
Ah, okay.
On my drive home from hanging out with my friends, I was like, I'm gonna hang out.
So you probably were in bed by like 1.
It was more like 1:15 because I was searching on Google Maps. I didn't have a location picked out.
Right.
So I picked a location on Google Maps.
You just basically drove in a straight line.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was my plan is from looking at from what the skies were at my parents. I was like, all right, I want to be 5 miles away from city limits. 5 miles because they'll have a similar sky to what my parents see. And I'm gonna drive 5 miles out, and then I'll just pick some random road that doesn't have trees. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. No trees here. Just cornfield. No trees.
Give it another week, the cornfield won't be there.
I know. Well,
it won't matter anymore.
You hope. You hope the farmers cut it down.
Well, it won't matter anymore. We don't want to see the eastern sky.
Well, that's the thing.
It's very rare do we ever want to see the eastern sky.
It doesn't matter anymore. Well, yeah. Now, I have a location, so in the future, if we need an eastern
for the next
sky,
comet.
I mean, the only downside about this location, well, is that it's not really prime location for a telescope. It's more like, pull over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only downside. Is that you basically, if you want to have a spot for your telescope, you have to go to like a reservoir or something. So otherwise you'll set it up in the middle of the road. You have to move it every time there's a car. Granted, at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, there were no cars.
Yeah. Had there been a Husker game day, there would have been literally negative cars.
Yeah.
Of course, there was. Wasn't a home game, so.
That's true.
But if it had been a home game, there would have literally been 0 people on that road.
There already was. I mean, I just saw.
Actually, I take that back. There probably would be more people. There might be those weirdos that are leaving town at like 5 in the morning to get back to. Well, I don't know why they'd be going east, but they're weird.
But no, 6 o'clock on a Sunday, there is no one. Now, had I stayed out till about 8, I probably would have seen, early people going to church.
Weirdos.
But no, at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, there is no one.
Right.
The drive out there was very quick.
So so after you went out there, did you come back and sleep again then?
I did, yeah. I slept for about another 2 hours. So I came back. I slept from about 7:30 to about 9:30.
That's about when I got up.
9:30?
9.
Or 7:30. Oh, yeah. I slept to about 9. So, yeah. So I got 4 hours and then another 2, so 6 hours.
Yeah, I probably only got 6 as well, since I was up till 2:30.
Yep.
Yeah, so I.
But I really hope that they say there's a potential that it could get even brighter, that it'll reach like magnitude. They say magnitude -3, which is impressive. Like that is like.
That's diffuse brightness, though, isn't it?
That is like almost visible in daytime type of bright.
Right.
Like because people can see Venus in the daytime with a telescope. Obviously.
Yeah. I was gonna say, with the telescope, yeah.
However, they do say that its tail could be as big as 40 moon diameters. So it'll be long. That's how long.
We'll just have to use the actual normal camera and just take a widescape.
Because they say it could be that long. Because as it starts breaking apart, as it comes around the sun, it's a longer and longer tail. That's the problem, though. The more it breaks up, the brightness dims.
Well, we'll see.
But you do get an impressive show when it does. So, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. We've got another week when it comes around the sun.
I hope it all pans out well.
Well, anyways, we discussed elements and now comets. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Comet.
New videos every Friday till 200, and good night.